Your favorite clothing brand just destroyed $28 million worth of perfectly good clothes rather than let you buy them cheaper. Meanwhile, the world's biggest clothing thief just sued another company for stealing. And the craziest part? They're both right. Welcome to the billion-dollar industry built entirely on copying and destroying. Let me show you how this insane system actually works. Rachel Burke, an Australian designer, creates one-of-a-kind wearable art. She discovered her exact designs being sold on AliExpress for a fraction of their price. Mind you, not inspired by her work, not even similar to her work. Identical copies down to every detail. Elsewhere, a Nigerian designer with Alexiari spent 4 to 5 days hand crocheting a sweater. That same design appeared on Shein for under $5 within weeks. But here's where it gets absolutely ridiculous. Shein is now suing Temu for doing the exact same thing to them. Now think about that for a second. Shein filed an 80-page lawsuit against Temu, claiming that they built an empire using counterfeiting and fraud. They're furious that Temu steals their data on best-selling products and tells sellers to create counterfeit versions. But simultaneously, Levi Strauss and H&M are suing Shein for stealing their designs. So, we have companies built on stealing designs now suing each other for stealing designs. But that's just the surface of the story. Once a design gets selected, it enters a production system that most people have never seen, and the numbers behind it are staggering. The global fast fashion market hit $150 billion in 2025. By 2032, it's projected to reach $291 billion. That's nearly doubling in 7 years, which means this copying and destroying system is accelerating faster than ever. So where does all this stolen fashion actually get made? In Bangladesh, where most of your clothes come from, workers earn $113 per month. 80% are women working in conditions that would shock you. These workers typically pull 60 to 75 hours per week. During busy seasons, many work until 2 or 3 a.m., 7 days straight. Channel 4 investigators found Shein workers getting paid 3 pence per item while working 16-hour days with only 1 day off per month. But the human cost goes beyond just wages and hours. Remember Rana Plaza? In 2013, this factory in Bangladesh collapsed, killing 1,134 people. Workers discovered massive structural cracks the day before the collapse. Did they shut down for safety? No. Factory workers forced everyone back to work because production schedules could not be delayed. 29 major fashion brands were producing in that building when it came down. That's the priority system. Keep the stolen designs flowing no matter what. Fashion is the largest source of microplastics in our oceans. 35% of all ocean microplastic pollution comes from washing synthetic clothes. Every time you wash that $5 Shein top, it releases up to 1.5 million microfibers into the water system. They end up in our drinking water, in fish, and in the food we eat. And here's the really sick part. These cheap synthetic fabrics are designed to fall apart quickly. After just a few washes, they start breaking down, shedding even more fibers and chemicals with every cycle. It's like they're engineered to poison the planet faster while forcing you to buy replacements. The numbers get worse from there. The fashion industry produces 10% of global carbon emissions. That's more than all flights and shipping combined. Making one cotton t-shirt requires 2,700 liters of fresh water, enough for one person to drink for 2.5 years. The industry makes over 100 billion pieces of clothing every year. Guess how many times the average piece gets worn before being thrown away? Just 7 to 10 times. That's it. We've actually decreased clothing usage by 36% in the past 15 years. meaning we're buying more clothes but wearing them less. So what do you think happens to all those clothes that don't sell? Do they get donated to people who need them or sold at discount prices? Of course not. They get destroyed on purpose. Burberry destroyed £28.6 million worth of clothes, accessories, and perfume in 2017 alone. Over 5 years, they destroyed more than £90 million of perfectly good products rather than sell them cheaper. H&M burned 60 tons of new, unworn clothing. LVMH reported €3.2 billion in unsold inventory that they systematically destroyed. And Richemont destroyed $563 million worth of watches over 2 years. So why would they do this? They claim it's for brand protection and maintaining exclusivity. These companies have entire departments whose only job is destroying their own products to keep prices high. But here's what they don't tell you about this destruction process. When they burn these clothes, they release CO2 and toxic fumes directly into the air we breathe. Some companies even do this illegally, poisoning communities near their facilities. The European Environment Agency estimates that up to 594,000 tons of textiles were destroyed in the EU in 2020 alone, pumping massive amounts of pollution straight into our atmosphere. The scale is almost impossible to believe. 92 million tons of textile waste hit landfills every year. That's one garbage truck full of clothes being dumped every single second, 24 hours a day. Despite knowing all this, only 4 out of 250 major fashion brands have emission reduction targets that actually meet climate goals. And what about the transparency around labor? Well, it's practically non-existent. 99% of fashion companies don't even report how many workers earn living wages. Only 23% acknowledge the risks of modern slavery in their production chains. This system produces more clothing than humans can possibly wear. It uses more resources than our planet can sustain, and all while keeping the people making their clothes in poverty. The math is simple. We're producing twice as much clothing as we can actually use, while paying workers a fraction of living wages. Companies like Shein are valued at over $100 billion, while their workers are making $113 per month. Finally, here's the craziest part. This system is accelerating. Fast fashion revenue is set to nearly double by 2032. Which means more stolen designs, more exploitation, and more destruction. The numbers don't lie. This isn't just broken, it's completely insane. And it's getting bigger every year. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this that exposes the truth behind the industries that affect your daily life. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.